Welcome back to the Tiny Park, guys. My name's Attacking Toucans, and in between episodes, I decided to light it up a little bit more around here. So let's go ahead and add some more lights. I kind of went with like a vaporwave style. I wanted to match up with some blue and pink. It kind of looks like a little bit cotton candy-ish, bubblegummy, but things are a little bit more lit up around here now. We're still not at our full lighting capacity, but I just want to add lights in small little spurts because if you add too many at once, then it like becomes overwhelming. And we're gonna add like more stuff in the future, so I don't want to have to like delete lights and like replace them. But we have a big line of stuff for ourselves to do this episode. Last episode we built this little building right here, which may not look like much, but if we go inside, we have the beginning to a little ghost train. And this guy is trying to make it out of his crypt, but he doesn't have nearly enough energy. I'm sorry, dude. It's like me trying to wake up in the morning sometimes. I feel ya. I'm right there with ya. Alright, this is a great family ride. It's kind of a family ride that goes to hell. We have a lot of decorating to do for this thing, but I have a lot of ideas in store for ourselves today. First thing we gotta do is we gotta put some pictures inside these picture frames. So I compiled a lot of the ideas from the comments, downloaded lots of pictures, and here are some of the pictures that we're gonna be working with. So we have like just some scary meme related pictures, just a good variety. For right here, I think we're gonna go with our little doot friend. I don't even remember what this meme was, but the picture is always like ingrained in my brain. We're gonna go with a great picture from Minecraft, the burning skull from Minecraft. Oh, demonetized. That's from another video I made, but that's actually pretty scary, not gonna lie. Let's go with spooky, scary skeletons, send shivers down your spine. Getting just all of the best memes in here. Alright, I think right here we're going to put our main boy, Dompe. Either that picture, no, that one's much better. A much better portrait. This is the funniest room ever. People are going to love waiting in line for this ride. I'm going to put the Flying Dutchman right here. You guys left some of the craziest suggestions. Alright, we have another billboard over here. Let's go with Count Chocula. Oh, that doesn't quite. Ooh, Blueberry. We'll put that somewhere else. We'll put that upstairs in the hotel, because we're going to have a hotel that we're going to place above this building this episode. What about Jigsaw? Is that too scary? We have Insidious. That one's really scary. I might actually put that on the right itself. Here we go. Halloween Town. That's what the kids are raving about nowadays. We have any more? We have a tiny one right over here. All right, I'm going to put a ghost in this one. It's not quite the right aspect ratio, but it still looks fine here. And we're going to like kind of put this one a little bit off level, because that looks way scarier. Okay, things are looking great. So we have a ghost from Scooby-Doo. He's adorable. We have the Doot. We have Dompe, the Flying Dutchman, Minecraft Skull, spooky, scary skeletons, or skeletons. I can't pronounce the word skeletons all of a sudden in Halloween Town. So iconic, so cultural. This building is going to be a cultural icon in the Planko universe. Alright, so I'm not going to start off with decorating this ride, but we'll probably get to decorating this ride at the end of this episode. But I want to work on a couple other things above this ride first, because we need to have some more restaurants and bathrooms, and I want to put a hotel and gift shop, because I was going into park management, and there was like people that were upset because there's no gift shops. Yeah, 29% of the people in our park are upset about not having gift shops. They just want souvenirs. They think this park is the best. I also just realized that this park doesn't have a name. So we should like put a sign out here that has a name for the park. What is the name for the park? It's a tiny park. It's really blue. How about the Tiny Blue Town? That's an awful name, but I low-key like it at the same time, so I'm gonna go with it for now. Unless somebody can think of like a much better name in the comment section, I'm going with Tiny Blue Town, baby. Alright, I'm going to put the sign right here. Is this too big? It's like really noticeable. I like the gradient though. It's really pretty. Okay, so Planet Coaster is a little bit weird with fonts. There's not very many. That is like an old Western font. Maybe not. It's like a sci-fi. This combines the I and N, so it looks like Tani. Okay. How about oregano? No. Wait. Oregano? I don't even know what that says. That's not good either. That one could work. Ooh. I kind of like that one. Oh, we can choose a text color. Hell yeah. Blue text. Just going all in on this blue. Alright, tiny blue town. That's a good temporary sign. Or maybe it's a long-term sign. I can't really decide yet. But yeah, look at all these colors now. I added lots of pink lights to the park. So like now look at this Pegasus with the pink on it. I tried to like point some lights up at some of these rides so they would have more illumination on them. And this area was just like really dark in the first place. Also, let me, whoa, okay, that's really bright. I'm just gonna like uncheck the lighting box so it'll go through the full entire lighting cycle. It should go through a full 24 hours now. All right, and something else we need to do real fast is I need to give some names to some of these other rides that don't have them so far. Because we've been naming the coasters, but the thrill rides deserve names too, you know? So I'm gonna think of the names for these, and I kind of just thought of them off camera so I didn't have to think about them too much. For this drop tower, we're gonna go with Neon Heights, because it has like some really pretty neon colors, and especially when you see it peeking over this building at night, it looks freaking awesome. So it kind of like gave me that vibe. The swinging chairs, I'm gonna go with the Blue Blur after Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, just kidding. No, I'm gonna go with Blue Bliss actually, because this is a kind of blissful ride. There's like a lot of nature around you, some trees. It's like a really pretty environment, and I think that works pretty well. And for this Larson loop down here, I'm gonna go with a pun off of the Ring of Fire and just go with Ring of Ice. Super original, but hey, it works. And like, I don't know, Ice Ring. Or should we just go with Ice Ring? Ring of Ice or Ice Ring? I think it's Ring of Ice goes off of Ring of Fire, which is written by Johnny Money. Okay, so we have a lot more names for things in this park. Okay, so let's get into some of the more interesting stuff, which is we're going to start off by building a hotel. So I want this building over here to be like a hotel. We're going to have a layer of hotel rooms, and then I'm going to have a lobby. The lobby is going to have like the entrance to the hotel rooms, a gift shop, and a bathroom, and food if we can fit it. And then we'll have more hotel rooms on top of that because we need as many hotel rooms as possible because the hotel rooms take up physical space. And then we'll put a ride on the very top of that to cap it all off. And we're going to have a bridge to get into the lobby that we're going to get up to through this building, because this building right here is pretty much hollow, this little tower. So it's perfect for another spiral staircase. So we have a lot in store for us. So let's just go ahead and start off by building the hotel. So, oh, I already have it open because I was looking at the options. So there's three parts to the hotels. There's those standard rooms, luxury rooms, and the hotel foyer. So you have to have rooms for the people to stay in, which we're going to put that on this bottom layer because we need to raise it up one more layer to get on the same height as where this building goes up to. Alright, so I'm going to put a full layer of hotel rooms because the more rooms we have, the more people that can stay at the hotel. That's kind of a given. And I know what you're probably thinking, why would we put a hotel into a tiny park? Like, is anybody going to be staying here long enough to even need to stay at a hotel? And you would be surprised by how dedicated some of these park goers are in this tiny park. Like, we have some hardcore fans for this theme park, and it's almost unhealthy, I'd say. There's some people who have like literally stayed in this park for 5 days straight and haven't even slept, and I've been worried about them. So that's the main reason we got to get these hotel rooms in. So I'm just gonna put another layer of ground on top of this. It's not gonna be anything too fancy for right now. The fancy part will be the photos that we put inside, because you know that we're gonna put more memes inside this hotel. All right, so this is already looking way better now that we have a little bit more height to it. Now for the challenging part. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these trees, and I'm gonna take all of these roof pieces off. Somebody like even threw some shade at me for using this type of roof on this type of building, and I'm not gonna say any names, but I remember who said it, and I'm ready to throw some hands. Okay, so I'm gonna put a ride on the roof of this building, and it's gonna be a small little ride, which there's not very many small rides as options, but I'm gonna choose the smallest ride as possible, and we're not gonna have any space for a Ferris wheel in the park because those are like the biggest rides possible. If we wanted to have a Ferris wheel in this park, we would have had a plan for it at the very beginning, which we did not, so that's not going to be happening. But there's a tiny Ferris wheel if I can find it. Is it this one right here? Around the world? Yes, it is. Perfect. This thing is so adorable. And I'm going to put this right up here. Needs to be up high enough because the base is pretty thick and we don't want it to be going through the ceiling of this building and like crushing everyone underneath. So this ride being right here, I think is going to look really cool because Because when you're just at the entrance, it's like looking in, it just adds like another like set of lights and another spinning element to the entrance of the park, and it kind of balances off the neon tower over here. So it just looks a lot more balanced, and I think that's really cool. And we're gonna have a path that goes over the top. Once we get the path up here, I think it's gonna look really nice up here. So even though this is the tiny park, I really just want to work on this skyline because I like making this skyline of my theme parks look really nice. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of this bathroom right here. Hopefully nobody's inside. There's 136 customers a month, even though there's like 2,000 people in our park. How come only like 10% of our customers are using the bathroom? That cannot be healthy. Okay, let me delete the bathroom, please. We're gonna actually, I'll just have to move it. If it'll let me, edit. Thank you. I'm not gonna delete it. I'm just gonna move it off to the side. Which it might be unsanitary to put like right here next to the food. I probably won't keep it there. I'm actually just gonna close all of these food buildings down so I can get all the people out of here, so I can do some major renovations. Everyone's just like, all right, this section of the park has no use to us anymore. It's dead to us, which is actually perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. I've actually changed my mind. The bathroom's not going to go here. That just like really grosses me out. I need to make it daytime. If I'm going to be doing construction. Actually, no, I don't need to make it daytime. I can just turn on this light feature. I forgot the L button. It turns on a light for us. That's like the most perfect thing ever. Okay, first off, I need to turn the supports off of this ride if I can. Is that an option? Maybe? No? Yeah, it doesn't seem like that's an option to turn off supports. I don't think the supports will even go down here in the first place if we have some paths. So what I was meaning to do is if we go into this path option, and also if you haven't noticed, I made the GUI a little bit larger so you guys could see it better, because I noticed it's kind of small to watch on videos, especially like smartphones and stuff. So I made it a little bit bigger so you could read all of the text and everything like that. But there's this option right here, the align to grid. If we select that and then select this building, we will be able to put paths on this grid. I'm gonna flatten this terrain out over here though, because if I don't flatten it, it's gonna be really weird. Okay, so if I select the grid option, select the building that we're building inside, we can fill the ground up with the path, so it'll fit exactly inside. And it got rid of all the supports, exactly what I was hoping for. And then we'll just have to like connect it separately outside. I probably want to keep these railings on for right now. Wait, stop doing the queue. That's not what I'm trying to do right now. Okay, railing on ground path. We just need it right here because we don't want anybody to fall down here. Wait, oh, I did not mean to fill this up. Oops. I'm not even sure how that happened. I think my flattened foundation was a little bit too large. And then, yes, and then we can connect it to the stalls, just like that. Wait, is it connected? There, now it is. Okay, and can we open them back up? They're unstaffed, but yeah, they are open. They opened up by themselves. I'm actually really surprised. Oh, they came right back. They're ready for business. All right, cool. Now, let's try to make this spiral up to the next floor. I'm always like very wary of doing spiral staircases in such small areas, but I'm gonna try to make it work the best I can. What is up with the walls in here? What was I even doing? I have no idea. Oh gosh. What in the world? What was I doing? I'm gonna delete all these walls, put the paths in, and then come back and put walls around it. I feel like that would be the easiest way to go about doing this. All right, the building has been destroyed. The deed has been done. I'm gonna have to like I'm gonna get rid of this whole entire wall completely. All right, I'm gonna put it into a 90-degree angle snap. I'm gonna try to keep this as like tight as possible. I wish I could use the queue as like stairs to get up without there being like a ticket gate, because this line is like so much skinnier. But at the same time, with how many people are going to be coming up this is probably not the best idea, because this other spiral staircase that leads to the RMC coaster, that thing is always like jam packed. It blows my mind. Well, this might actually be a lot better than I thought. Okay, let's raise up this ride a little bit higher. So I want it to be in line with this path the best possible. I don't want it to have any weird like little slopes up here. I want to try to keep it all as flat as possible. Trying to tie this ride in. It's going to be a little bit interesting, but I think we'll be able to make do. Let's just replace. I hate this like default texture it puts on here for these rides. It looks so weird and bad. Oh, also speaking of textures, I went through and I replaced some of the textures we have because they were all just like mud and dead grass and I couldn't do much with that. So I replaced some. I got some like regular rock. I got some asphalt, which I like to use inside buildings so they don't have grass inside the buildings. And I also got concrete, so we could use that as well in case we wanted like something a little bit lighter. Which, put this on the ground in here, cover up this grass, and it just looks already way more like an actual building. Because you wouldn't find grass inside a building, and that was just really bothering me. But I also put some just like really pretty grass. I'm not even sure what I'd use that for, but it was better than the other 3 dead grass options. That's for sure. All right, let's place an entrance and exit. This ride, this ride is actually kind of fun. It might just be a small little Ferris wheel, but these little things like spin as well. It's a little bit more thrilling than it looks. It might be small, but it packs a little punch. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this right here. It's gonna go up one more flight of stairs, I think. Let's have this come across. Is that the right height? Oh my God, that's like actually perfect. It's exactly what I was hoping for. This is going way better than I expected. Okay, that's all connected. Now we're just gonna have a little line, which hopefully I can make it sort of long. It's not gonna be that long, that's for sure. Okay, it seems like this is all I can do for the queue for this ride, whatever it's even called. The Round the World. Okay. Yeah, that's a really short line, but I guess we have short lines for some other rides too. Thing is, this doesn't have a really big capacity either. That's kind of sucks. But, I mean, hey, I guess that's all we can do in this kind of scenario. Now we're just gotta put a good little building around this. Here, I think I can still put a bathroom down here. I'm just gonna have to put it, like, more off to the side. Okay, if I can still put a bathroom back here, that would be amazing. I can. Heck yes. Can I connect it? Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Can you put the path inside as well? No? Are they gonna go in? I guess we can just unpause and find out if people are interested in that bathroom. And just for the heck of it, let's go ahead and open up this right up here. Let's get people climbing up this building using our new staircase. Gotta spread them out a little bit or else they'll get a little bit anxious. Okay, yeah, they are using the bathroom. Cool. All right, well, let's start putting some more walls around this building. We got it. Okay, so this thing is already looking pretty legit. You walk in and we have these glass windows so you can see people walking up. And that's how you sort of figure out how to get up here. Just be like, oh yeah, so that's where the staircase is. Because, I mean, I guess this isn't really a park that you would get lost in yet. Eventually people will get lost in this park once it's like 30 stories tall. We'll see. I'm not sure how many levels this place is going to be. I'm just going to keep on going for as long as I'm having fun with it. I'm going to at least beat the objectives. But yeah, so we have this like platform here. We should probably put some railings on the edge of this ride. So whether there's railings or not depends on your path options. You have to have railings on ground path or elevator, whatever selected for the railings to show up. But yeah, that's probably an important element. Can we have like a pillar or something coming down right here? No, it's like on top of the path. It's kind of cool though. That station, it looks almost just like a awning for this building. And since it's centered pretty perfectly actually. Yeah, this looks like it's part of the building itself. And it looks awesome. It looks like a retro, something you would see on a diner of some sort. Okay, so let's just keep on going. I'm going to put a roof on this thing. And then we're going to build some stuff over here. But let's start off with the roof. So some people did not like the haunted roof style that I used last time. I'm sorry about that. So I'm going to use something else this time. Like I said, I even complained. There's not enough roof options in this game. There's only a couple metal options, which I feel like that's the type of roof you'd want to use the most. But like everything else is like wood tile, which I'm not sure if I want to go with like a wood tile look. We need something a bit more modern looking. It's Victorian tile modern? No. I don't want to go with steel. I wish steel had more than 3 options. There's not even a corner piece for steel. It makes me so mad. You'd have like no option, no versatility. Okay, what about iron? Nah. This is like too old looking. It's for like a Wild West. See, realistically, there's not very many good options. I think we're like best off using just flat roof pieces. Something like, ooh, actually, I think this would be the best. The diner. Yeah, I was just talking about how this looked a diner. So we'll use the diner pieces and we'll choose some colors that fit. So we'll go with blue. We can keep that one pink and light blue. Looks good. This is actually exactly what I was looking for. Actually, before we put this on, we should probably raise these roof pieces up a little bit higher. I don't know why, but this building almost reminds me of a Burger King. The area where the playland is, they have those like tall buildings made of glass, and you see the big playlands. It's totally what that is, except it's with a staircase instead of a playland. Not nearly as much fun, but it's leading to a thrill ride in an amusement park. So it's not like it needs to be a Burger King play place. That'd be a kind of cool scenery element to add, though. Lots of theme parks have like little playgrounds or high ropes elements, things meant for kids. It'd be cool to have a content pack with a lot more stuff meant for the children of the game. Okay, so that should be high enough. And yeah, the diner pieces. I was like, what am I gonna use for the roof? I already figured it out. I shouldn't have to go through this twice. Come on, Tyler. All right, let's fill this roof in. Prevent the rain from getting in, and nice. This building still looks really bland from the outside. Maybe I need some like windows or something? Is that what it needs? I need something because it looks really boring right now. Okay, so windows might not work, but do you know what might be a good idea? How about some ivy? Add some like a distressed look to it. That looks pretty cool. Maybe not the best option, but that definitely does for now. This is like the side of the park that no one's gonna really even see. Wish I had like a little bit more space so I could put like a tree or something to cover it up. Can I fit some trees back here? I can fit some palm trees. I feel like using palm trees in this park would look cooler than regular trees. Here we gotta take off this aligned to surface, or else the trees are gonna be all freaking psycho on us. Okay, let's put some little birch trees in here. Just want to like cover this up as best as possible. And there's like no space back here. Dang. All right, and let's naturalize a little bit. That should kind of bring it together. And if I can find some like trim piece even to like go around the bottom edge, like halfway throughout here, that might help fill it up a little bit. It doesn't look too bad though. Now that we have some like plants and stuff, we can come back to it. I think for right now we're okay. I want to make it nighttime again though, just because I want to see what this ride looks like when it's like spinning. Oh dang it, whenever the roof is in place you can't see the ride anymore. Shoot, I didn't think this through. I guess you can when you're like right here. That still works. All right, cool. Another ride that's visible from the entrance, and then we have the hotel over here. Cool, let's start working on the hotel. Actually, before I do that, there's something I did in between episodes as well. As you guys can see, I kind of spent a lot of time thinking and working on this park in between episodes, just like doing small little details. There's like lots of little things that I haven't even brought up either. For example, there's this piece called the curb piece. It's a scenery piece, and you can use it to make guests not walk through things. Like you can like use it to guide guests. And there's a lot of guests like walking through the center pillar right here. And so to try to combat that, I filled the pillar with like these curb pieces, which is like this little caution looking piece right here. And it prevents the people from walking too close to the center of this staircase spiral. It's not like perfect, but it helps a little bit. It makes it so not everybody walks through, but when it gets really congested, they still might walk through. But you can do that in other places as well. And I went through and like found any place in the park where people were like clipping through a portion of the land, and I kind of did that. Okay, so first, I want to fix this terrain because this terrain is not exactly what I was hoping. I want to make it concrete first of all. So I'm going to like try to flatten this area out a little bit, make it a little bit more perfect. And then I'm going to use some like concrete walls to make this seem like it's a perfectly carved out trench of sorts. And then, like I mentioned earlier, like an earlier episode, we're going to put a roof over these track pieces. I was going in double time. Oops. We're going to put a roof over these track pieces so the hyper coaster that goes around the park, or whatever we decide to use, will have a place for the supports to go. And I went ahead and built it off camera and saved it as a blueprint because I wanted to show how the blueprints worked in case you've never seen it. But if you build a blueprint, you can load it up in your blueprints. Oh, here it is. Coaster cover. All right. See, I built this thing to put over the coaster. I'm going to put it as close to the edge as possible. Perfect. It's nothing too special. But what I want to do is I want to fix the coaster in here. I want to have this piece that goes on top. I want to have it do an inline roll and kind of like attach to the ceiling inside here as well. So these supports aren't all over the place inside here. And I think it'll give us a natural flow into the next section as well, because I'll be able to do a barrel roll down into this lower section. But yeah, I made the walls out of glass so they'd be opaque so you can still see the coaster go through it. And now that we have this, we have somewhere for the supports to attach to on this side of the park. So it gives us a little bit more land. I might as well fix this coaster now. It's going to be a little bit difficult. Actually, one shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, so that seems like it's going to work pretty well. If I put track supports on, yeah, I don't think that works. I think I'm going to have to turn track supports off right here. And we'll just put some like little things connecting it to this building. That's not exactly how it would be in real life, but it's kind of what we have to do in this scenario. If we can turn them on right here, no. Track supports. Yeah, they're just not going to work for this type of environment. It's okay. It doesn't have to be 100% realistic. This park in general is not realistic. Tiny parks aren't really a thing. I mean, there's some parks that are really, really compact that I've seen, but not quite this compact. But yeah, I think that looks really cool. That really, like, it kind of brings this whole side together too. Okay, like I said earlier, I kind of also want to put some, like, concrete in here, some concrete walls. So I'm gonna put some new concrete pieces in. Let's make this look a little bit more finished. I can even like put concrete in the middle, get rid of this grass because there wouldn't be a little strip of grass right there. And it just cleans the whole entire thing up. See? Oh, I love Planet Coaster. It's the gift that keeps on giving, man. Alright, so I went through and I completely just like repolished this tunnel. It is looking super clean now, which I didn't even expect myself to do this, but I just thought it might be a good idea. And I definitely think my instincts were right. I think we should ride this one time to make sure it's smooth. This part right here looks a little bit weird. I think we need to turn this a little bit more quickly or else you're just going to be like, what in the world is happening? Is everything else at a good pace? I hope so. Let's ride this thing and try it out. We haven't ridden this thing in forever, so let's give it a ride. All right, here we go. Oh, this is so much cooler now. I love it. Apparently that's called a zero-G wave, not a zero-G stall. I guess you have to go underground for it to be considered a zero-G stall. Whoa. Right. Lots of little things we need to fix with the terrain. But hey, I think it's all turning out pretty good. Alright, there's a lot of things we need to fix with the terrain in that coaster, that's for sure. But this is all looking pretty nice. Oh, we should probably add some lights to this tunnel as well, for sure, for sure. Alright, this tunnel's looking pretty dark. Ooh, apart from that train, the train's got some cool lights in the front. Let's light this thing up a little bit. Ah, it's bringing in some of that cotton candy. I love the lighting schematic that we have for this park. It looks so nice. Alright, so I think it's about time that we go ahead and we add the hotel foyer. So I think the best way to do it up here would probably to align things to the grid. I'm going to back that up a little bit. I haven't really ever tried to do it up in the air like this before, at least not that I can remember. So let's see how well this works. Okay, let's see if I can align it to this grid. Okay, we can. Cool. We're not going to need railing up here because it's all going to be indoors, so there should be nowhere to fall. So we'll have the hotel foyer be over here. Oh, I want to put a restaurant in here too. Oh, that'd be so cool. We had some like tables. If we make this space like large enough, we can. We definitely can. So where's the bathroom going to be? We can put the bathroom like over in this corner. Hotel foyer right here. So let's start off with the hotel foyer because that's how people are going to get into the hotel. I'm going to like center it. I'm going to center it up here. And then we want to have a gift shop because so many people are complaining about not having a gift shop. So there's hats, just a memento, or loony balloons. I say mementos are probably the best direction to go with that. People definitely want food as well. We did hamburgers downstairs, so like let's just do pizza up here. All right, we got it all connected up. Let's go ahead and add some bathrooms real fast. And we should have all the businesses up here that we need. Let's get it connect. I sure hope. Come on, bathrooms. Just be a part of the family. Everything else lined up okay. Okay, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna put the bathrooms down here. Pizza, it's gonna go on this side. I'm gonna put the pizza and gift shops on the other side.
Pizza pen.
Hotel foyers could be right here because I want that to have like some symmetry to it because I want to make the entrance to it fancy. And the gift shops can be like right next to the pizza. All right, perfect. And is everything opened up? I mean, we might as well open it. Everything is open. Even the hotel. Are there rooms? There's 100 rooms. We already have that many? Jeez. Well, you can have room service. I guess it just costs money, but we're able to have room service and a restaurant in the hotel. So yeah, that's definitely going to have some like multi-purpose to it. All right, let's like surround it in walls and continue building upwards. And then God said, let there be walls. And they all just magically appeared into place. All right, so we're probably gonna go one more floor above this. I just realized I probably want to have a staircase leading up in here as well because I want to put a ride above this. Or should I have the staircase extend in this building and then have a second bridge that goes across even higher, like a double-decker bridge? Or should I have the staircase on this side anyways and then have another ride on top of this building and have a bridge that goes back over to that side? How extra can I get? Okay, so I decided to put a staircase in here because I want to keep on going upwards. I was going to put like some tables and stuff in here for people to eat, which I guess I still can. Nothing's stopping me. I just need to make sure there's enough space for people to walk around. Can I possibly get one more piece of path in here? Why not? Don't make me angry. Just let me do it. Shouldn't be that hard. There's an extra space right here. Okay, now I'm ruining everything. Okay, maybe that's too much to ask. Never mind. I'm sorry. There's not very much space in here to put like a restaurant though, but maybe the restaurant could be on the floor above this. I never thought about that. Okay, let's go up with one more set of flooring. Gonna keep on going up, up, up. Okay, so we've gone up one more floor. This is starting to look super cool, even though it's really, really bland looking, but it's okay. We're just trying to like get a blueprint all figured out. Now, can I fit one more ride up here? Well, this ride, Insanity is a pretty small ride. I might be able to get this to fit. Oh my God, it totally can fit. There's typically these types of rides on top of haunted houses, right? Like that's the theme park norm, I'm pretty sure. I've seen it at most theme parks anyways. I almost feel like it might be better on this side. No. Before I built this one, is there anything that has a smaller footprint? Anything that has a circular footprint is probably not smaller. This one's a bit larger. Ooh, I found something that has a really small footprint. Okay, the base for this fits much better. Okay, I'm so happy I can fit this over here in the corner. This red base is not scary enough. I'm not even quaking, not even close. Now it's gray. Now I'm shooketh. I am so afraid of this ride. Let's put it off to the edge. I don't want it to hang out. Never want it to hang out. And how is this entrance going to connect up? I'll have it come off to the side over here. And the exit will come out on the side. Cool. I'm not sure if we're actually going to have time to work on any of the haunted ride this episode down below. Because this building all these structures took a lot longer than I was expecting, but that's okay. I'm still really happy with everything that's happened so far. Okay, we're officially open for business. Let's open up this ride and then watch all the people come over to this side of the building now. Whew, this thing is sick. 4 stories. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 stories now. We could even add a 5th. It's gonna take... I want to try to put some cool looking roof on top of this haunted house as well. We're gonna have to see how well that works though, because with this ride up here, it's gonna be a little bit difficult. And then, unless we made this like a gigantic glass like greenhouse up here, put a ton of plants and stuff hanging, like a bunch of ivy and whatever, and then put a ceiling really high on top of that to cap it off. Okay, for some reason, not that many people are coming up here. Maybe they just can't find it. It is a hard location to get to. Whoa, look, there's no railings in the path right here. Freaking daredevils. Okay, so this is gonna have to go a little bit higher than I thought. Turning this to a greenhouse might be a little bit hard, but I'm always down for a challenge. I just like the concept so much. What type of roof are we gonna put on this thing? What did we decide on? Let's go with, I don't want to use the haunted roof. I'm going to use this wooden roof. Is this peak high enough to avoid having the ride go through the roof? We're going to find out in a second. Okay, is this high enough? Oh yeah, it's not even getting close, I don't think. Dude, this is perfect. This is so cool. I love it. Just put some like little pieces on this side to cap it off and we'll be good. You know, this ride's usually pretty lame, but having it up on the 4th floor of a building surrounded by windows, it makes it a lot cooler, honestly. So let's get some lights in here as well. I'm gonna try to keep everything as lit up as we go as possible. I'm gonna go with some like green lights up here. I think that would really make this, I think it would really kind of pull in this like haunted house theme and also make it look like a greenhouse during the nighttime. So I'm gonna put some plants in here in a second. So yeah, let's put some of these green lights. This is really gonna look cool from the outside for sure. And then I'll put some like up here in the top. All right, time to turn this thing into a greenhouse. Bring in the shrubs, the grass, the bushes, the plants, the palms, the cattails. Bring it all, baby. And then let's look at it during nighttime. It's gonna look super green. Yeah, that's super sick. I love having this on the 4th floor. Nice. I was not expecting the stuff for us to build today to look like this, but I'm glad it's looking this way. So we have this new building over here that leads up to this ride. We have 2 new rides this episode, which neither of them are that exciting, but because of their location, they're a lot more exciting. Then also just the tunnel for the RMC over here completely takes this ride to a whole new level, in my opinion. It's open, right? It's still in testing. Oops. My bad. Sorry, guests. None of them got to experience that the whole time. Oh well, now they'll be able to. Alright, so I kind of want to finish the outside of this haunted house a little bit. It needs a few more little details to really make it pop. So let's go ahead and pop that. Okay, so I made some changes on the haunted house, and it is looking 10 million times better. Are you guys ready to see it? I'm going to turn around. I'm going around in a rotation in the opposite direction so it takes longer. But yeah, this thing is looking good. Check it out. Added layers, added windows. One of my favorite parts is I added some of this like rose vine climbing up the back of the house, which I think really makes it look cool. This wall was like looking so bad that I added this rose and it's looking freaking awesome now. But yeah, I like the windows for the spooky pack because a lot of them protrude like this, so they add a lot of depth to your buildings and just make it look super nice. And then we have the greenhouse on top, which doesn't completely fit in, but I don't really care. I think it looks cool and it's worth it. So sick. Something else I wanted to do this episode is I wanted to go through and like listen to some of the music and just make sure all the music we have chosen for the ride is good. I remember we had some music for this ride, the Full English Breakfast. I'm not sure if that's the music I want to go for. Let's do something like Spain might be nice. Yeah, I like that. I like this because it's like the actual Planet Coaster theme. And I love this guitar. It's just super soothing. This little building right here needs some more light. It's super dark. Every single time I look at it, I'm just like, dang, why is this building so dark? Let's make some changes real fast to it. Ooh, I like this song. Holy damn. Yeah, this was a good choice. Kind of like this. It's not like too bright. Just adds like a nice little, kind of like makes the building pop a little bit. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right here. There's so many great lighting options. And then we'll just like point one light at the building from a distance. So like add some color to it. What? We go pink or blue? We'll go with blue, just so it's a little bit more subtle. And nice. That looks a lot better. Okay, I'm not sure if this music actually works. I like the Spanish music, but it doesn't really fit. What about a vintage organ? No, I don't think vintage music's the way to go. I don't really know. Should we give people the ability to, like, sit on this little sky bridge? I don't see why not. Be a really cool place to chill. And we need lights in here as well. I want to keep on adding, but I've been playing this game for quite a while today, so I think I'm going to go ahead and just wrap this episode up here, because this building, both of these buildings took quite a while. I cut a lot out of building, like each episode is like 2 to 3 hours of building, and then I'm trying to cut them down to make them like digestible and watchable for you guys. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here. But thank you all so much for watching this episode. I think we really got a lot of good stuff done. I'm just super happy with this haunted house. It looks super cool. The fact that there's so many uses for it. It's a hotel, a restaurant, a bathroom. There's a ride on top. There's a haunted house right at the very bottom. We didn't even get to do any decorations underground, which that was like kind of what I was planning to do as the main thing this episode. Oh my gosh, what in the world happened down here? When did I adjust the terrain so much? Okay, well, fortunately it's an easy fix. That was a little bit worrying for a second. Okay, I think I got it mostly fixed. Yeah, it's all looking pretty good. All right, well, anyways, with that, we're going to go ahead and call this an episode here. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Whew, this park, though.